In the 19th century, Hawaii's sugarcane plantations faced a growing problem: rats. These rodents were wreaking havoc on crops, gnawing through sugarcane stalks and causing significant economic losses. Desperate for a solution, plantation owners turned to an unlikely fix: the mongoose. Native to Asia and Africa, mongooses were known for their ability to hunt snakes, rodents, and other small pests. On paper, it seemed like a perfect solution. Introduce a natural predator to control the rat population and save the sugarcane industry. But what followed was a classic example of ecological mismanagement, a story of unintended consequences, failed expectations, and the delicate balance of nature thrown into disarray. In 1883, the first mongooses were brought to Hawaii from Jamaica, where they had been introduced decades earlier to combat rats in sugarcane fields. The idea was simple: mongooses are agile, voracious hunters, and their presence would naturally reduce the rat population. Plantation owners released them across the islands, hoping they would quickly establish themselves as the rats' natural predators. At first, the plan appeared promising. Mongooses are indeed skilled hunters, capable of taking down rats, insects, and even small reptiles. But there was one critical oversight. Rats, with their nocturnal habits, were elusive ghosts by day, while mongooses are diurnal. This meant that the two species were rarely active at the same time, drastically reducing the chances of direct interaction. Instead of targeting rats, the mongooses turned their attention to easier prey: native Hawaiian wildlife. The islands, isolated for millions of years, were home to a unique array of species that had evolved without natural predators. Ground-nesting birds, eggs, and small reptiles became easy targets for the mongoose. These species, having never encountered such a predator, were defenseless against the mongoose's relentless hunting. One of the most devastating impacts was on Hawaii's native bird populations. Species such as the nene, Hawaiian goose, the Laysan duck, and the Hawaiian petrel, already struggling due to habitat loss and introduced diseases, now faced a new and relentless threat. Mongooses raided nests, devouring eggs and chicks, and pushing some species closer to extinction. For example, the Hawaiian petrel, a seabird that nests in burrows on the ground, saw its populations plummet as mongooses easily accessed their nests. Similarly, the nene, Hawaii's state bird, faced increased predation on its eggs and young. The mongooses also disrupted the delicate balance of the ecosystem. They competed with native predators, such as the Hawaiian hawk, for food, further straining the already fragile environment. The Hawaiian hawk, a natural predator of small birds and rodents, found itself outcompeted by the mongoose, which targeted the same prey but with greater efficiency. This competition for resources put additional pressure on native species, many of which were already struggling to survive. Over time, it became clear that the mongoose was not the solution to the rat problem. It was a new problem altogether. The rat population remained largely unaffected. Rats, being highly adaptable, continued to thrive. They reproduced quickly, outnumbering the mongooses and maintaining their destructive presence in the sugarcane fields. The mongooses, unable to effectively control the rats, instead became an invasive species themselves, causing widespread ecological damage. The introduction of mongooses to Hawaii is now regarded as one of the most infamous examples of failed biological control. It highlights the dangers of introducing non-native species into an ecosystem without fully understanding the potential consequences. What began as a well-intentioned effort to protect an industry ended up causing long-term harm to Hawaii's unique biodiversity. Today, mongooses are firmly established across the Hawaiian Islands, with the exception of Kauai, where they were never introduced. Their presence continues to pose a significant threat to native wildlife. Conservationists are working to protect native species through predator-proof fencing, habitat restoration, and public education. However, completely eradicating the mongoose from Hawaii is a daunting task. Their ability to thrive in diverse environments make them difficult to control. Some areas have experimented with targeted poisoning campaigns, but these methods come with their own ecological risks and controversies. The story of the mongoose in Hawaii serves as a powerful reminder of the complexity of ecosystems and the risks of human intervention. It underscores the importance of careful planning and scientific research before introducing non-native species into new environments. If you found this tale of ecological mismanagement and unintended consequences fascinating, stay tuned for more stories from the wild, where the balance of nature is as delicate as it is resilient.